Are we live now? Testing the microphone. Okay, I think we are live. All right, welcome to our live stream this week. If some of you tuned in yesterday, I apologize for the interruption. Yesterday we had some issues with the power, like there was a power outage, so I just deleted that live stream. But I see that there are few peoples who I'm sorry. I, I see that there are already few people who tuned in and watched the live stream. Yeah, and we're going to talk about another song today. So we have this playlist on YouTube called Learning English Through Music. And we're going to discuss the song of one of the legends, Miss Aretha Franklin. So if you don't know her, she's a very popular artist, I think during the 50s or 60s. And this song is all about respect. So the title is, I think it's RESPECT. Okay. And today's theme is about assertiveness. So in the previous uh, songs that we discussed, the first one was Imagine by John Lennon. So that is about cadence and how you put emphasis on the words that you need to express when you are trying to convey your your idea or sales pitch. And then the second song that we did was Kanye West's Stronger. And it's about how you connect the words. So that's why native speakers, they speak a bit fast because they tend to connect the words. And we did an exercise on that. Today, it's about this inner battle. So most of us, especially me, we are located in the eastern or southeast Asia. So in this part of the world, we have a different perspective on this thing, assertiveness, because in our culture we are uh, not used to direct or confrontation. So when we are in the workplace, at the workplace, we tend to tell things to other people so that it will reach the right person. We're not built we're not naturally built to be too direct. And I understand that, so I worked with Western people, or people from different parts of Europe, US, UK, and in those regions they are very direct. And I also like that. I appreciate how they share their thoughts about things, and they don't take it personally. So that's the magic about being a Westerner. And through the years that I worked with these people, so most of them are colleagues in the school or previous schools that I worked for. Most of them are direct people, and they know what they want. And I also analyze those types of personalities, and I can see that if you know what you want and if you're direct, it gives you more space for respect. So you respect them more because they're direct. They know what they want. They can say no. Although there's a thin line between being assertive and aggressive. Sometimes People misinterpret that. So being too direct, you can also be viewed as being aggressive, and that can also uh, put you in trouble. So maybe with the HR, if you're too aggressive and you're shouting at at the workplace, so that's also not ideal, and you should know how to balance things. Okay, but today we're going to focus on this, especially for the young professionals who are still navigating their career, or maybe you don't know your trajectory yet. So this might inspire you. So this song by Aretha Franklin, she used to reverse the style, because I remember reading about this song. It was popularized by a man. So she tried to switch the gender from male to female perspective. So the first line, or the line that struck me, and I believe these are the lyrics that are most that has a direct influence on business English. So we're not going to talk about the other parts of the lyrics or the other stanza, but we're going to focus on these words. So all I'm asking is for a little respect. Yeah. So if you see asking, that's that might sound like incorrect in professional English, but like what we discussed about before, we talk about the poetic license, right? So asking, it's like think of it like a contraction of asking with a G. So asking, all I'm asking is for a little respect. So how do you assert your, or how do you become more assertive? First is take note of the line of this line. So I'm asking. So it's a these are I statements. So if you often use I statements, that makes you like a clear communicator, and you know that it's coming from you. You're owning things. You take ownership of your mistakes and what you want, instead of saying I'm sorry, but I need this file. So for example, you're communicating with your other teammates, or maybe another department. You need a set of data in order for you to complete a task. So instead of saying I'm sorry, but I need the data at the end of the week, so you can say I need the data from your team by Friday, 2 p.m. So be very direct and clear with what you want. Okay. So you don't need to apologize all the time. So most people in our region from Asia, I noticed that we are afraid to use the I statement. So we're always looking for words to sound soft and not direct. Like I'm sorry to bother you. Yeah. As long as you are communicating it within the 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 office hours, that's fine. Okay, you don't need to apologize too much. And in this song, Aretha is saying something like, "I give you everything, like my part. I try to contribute. All I'm asking is that if I go home, please give me a bit of respect. All I'm asking is for a little respect." And that's part of our well-being. All of us, we are longing for this respect from our family, from our friends or peers and colleagues. We are on the back of our minds. We are longing for that respect. So if you know how to assert your rights, and you know what you want, it's easier for you to navigate your career life. Now, there might be exceptions, and I believe that it's a case by case basis. I'm not saying that you should be rude all the time, but there's also a saying that when you say no to others, it's saying yes to yourself. And that's very important, right? Because if you always say yes and just say okay, okay, it's not healthy. The more you do that to yourself, like accepting everything that is not right, the more people will not respect you. So there are times in your career that you should stand up for yourself. So that's another thing, standing up for yourself and knowing how to defend yourself without sounding disrespectful or without sounding rude or aggressive. Now let's go to another line here. I'm about to give you all of my money, and all I'm asking in return, honey, is to give me my profits. So that's a deep metaphor. So for me, the way I interpret this line is that I'm giving you all my effort, and I'm trying to provide so much value, and all I'm asking is for you to give me some respect. So that's how I translate this in my own interpretation. But the beauty about poetry and songs is that you have the ability, or you can interpret it according to your understanding. So at least for me, that's how I interpret this line. So I'm about to give you all of my money, and all I'm asking in return, honey, is to give me my profits. So in a relationship, maybe if when it comes to love, it could be literal. Like maybe in their relationship, she's the one who's working, and when she goes home, maybe the man is demanding more or something like that, or a bit lazy, and she's upset because she's not being respected. So it could also mean that way. Now, you can practice this by enunciating each word. So I'm about, so we know that I'm is the contraction of I am, about to give you all of my money. I'm about, so if we relate that to Kanye's technique where you connect all the words, so you can practice connecting the words, like I'm about. So instead of saying I am about to give, so for you to avoid being robotic, you can say, or you can connect the words. So I'm about, this one, I'm about to give you all of my money. Yeah, so I'm trying to copy the accent of Aretha. I'm about to give you all of my money. So try to think that way when you are reading the lyrics of a song or reading a paragraph anywhere. Try to connect the words. So don't think word per word. So instead of saying I'm about to give, so you say I'm about to give you all of my money, and all I'm asking in return, honey. I'm sorry. It should be this should be the rhythm. I'm about to give you all of my money, and all I'm asking in return, honey, is to give me my profits. Okay. So you're starting to sound like a rapper. No. So you can practice that. I'm about to give you all of my money, and all I'm asking in return, honey, is to give me my profits. Now let's go to clarity. So the magic of this song is she tried to emphasize the word respect by spelling it out like RESPECT. Find out what it means to me. So let's practice that. RESPECT. Find out what it means to me. Okay, you can go slower. RESPECT. Find out what it means to me. RESPECT. Find out what it means to me. Go ahead. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now let's make it a bit faster. RESPECT. Find out what it means to me. Can you do that? RESPECT. Find out what it means to me. Okay, so you can do that alone in order for you to practice to enunciate the words and the letters like RESPECT. So in music, instead of going like linear, like 1, 2, 3, 4, you notice that there's a downbeat and there's an upbeat. Some of the words or letters are being hit towards the upbeat. So RES. So RESPECT. But I think PE is a bit faster. RESPECT. RESPECT. Can you do that? RESPECT. Find out what it means to me. Okay, so that's how you practice your enunciate or pronunciation skills. Okay, you enunciate the words very clear. Find out what it means to me. The pacing. So work according to your pace. So don't force it. Okay. And for you to test your voice, we were talking about this a week ago with my class on Discord. By the way, you can join our free Discord community, and we have our class every Tuesday. If you're interested, just send us a DM. Okay. But anyway, let's talk about this again. So one of the techniques that I found out through the years is that if you would like to know if you sound clear, you can record your voice using like a mobile phone or a cell phone. You put it in the other in a corner of your room and try to record it across the room. So you are on this side and your mobile phone is on that side. And try to recite lyrics of songs or maybe any phrase that you can. And try to listen to it when you record it. Is it audible? You know, audible, like understandable. If it's audible, you're getting there. So you can use yourself as the one, or it's like an inner critic. You can criticize yourself. Okay. And if you don't like it, you can just delete. No one knows. That's the beauty of a cell phone or a mobile phone. You don't need to ask a friend if you're understandable or not. You can just self-assess. You can put the mobile phone across the room and record it and listen back. Yeah. So there are exercises like that. my university professor is the same. She's doing that. She's asking us to record our voice, but during those times we still use that tape recorder. I know I'm old. I'm a dinosaur, so yeah. These days, it's easy. All of us, we have mobile phones, so you don't need to ask your friend or a family member to to know if you are audible or not. You can just use your phone. And another thing, aside from that, yeah, I remember when I was when I joined the choir, it's also the same thing. Our conductor, he told us that if you record yourself while we are doing the quartet practice, if you record yourself and you can hear the quality of your voice, you can critique yourself and listen to it after. And then if you don't want it, just delete or record another one on top. During those days, that's what we do. Okay. Now, after rehearsing this, so RESPECT, find out what it means to me. Okay, so you might be interested to explore the song by yourself. Okay, and maybe we can listen to the whole song via YouTube. Let's search for Aretha Franklin. Respect. Okay, I think I have it here. So let's listen. Proper when you get home. Just a little bit. Hey, let's go to the good part. Just a little bit. Find out what it means to me. Find out what it means to me. Okay, there's a part here that says RESPECT, take care of the TCB. TCB, that's a bit mysterious for me. So I search it in Google, and maybe in our business context, we can say, we can interpret that as take care of business, TCB. Okay, you can use that. TCB, take care of business for me. Okay, respect. and we take care of business with respect. And if you are trying to negotiate, you always try to assert your side. If you are having a negotiation with another business, if you are in that level, like an executive trying to negotiate, like a $2 million deal or something, and it's powerful to be assertive. Okay, don't be afraid to know the difference between assertive and aggressive. So don't be afraid to assert about your rights and what you think will be beneficial for your business, and just learn how to balance things. You cannot just be aggressive all the time. Okay, you should learn, or you should have that wisdom how to to know when you will be asserting your rights and trying to compromise. So there are leaders that are not open to compromise. But if you're in business, there are times that there are rules, but there are times that you should also know how to bend the rules. And yeah, my mom used to say that being nice or being kind and being a good person are two different things. Okay, always weigh what will be best for your business, and respect is very important. So there should be a mutual respect. If you cannot take it anymore, if you are working as a young professional and you cannot take the office culture, then it's time for you to look for other options. Okay, because the more you respect yourself, the more you will be respected by others. So that's just my small nugget of wisdom this morning. Or maybe you will be watching this live stream later on. And if you reach this point and you're still watching, thank you. And I know that you're serious with your English learning. It might be a review for a test. So if you are interested in one-on-one coaching, don't forget to connect and drop us a message by going to our website. It's thenglishcrew.com/contact. And if you find this video helpful, please feel free to share it with your friends, your families, and colleagues. And that's it. I'll see you again in the next live stream.